Hello, welcome to Training at 45. Well, time for another full body workout. Time to spank that iron and show it who the boss is. Let's get stuck into it. Let's keep moving. Thanks for all the subscribers. Glad to see you joining me and you're finding out about how I'm training. I hope you get some inspiration, motivation and dedication from these workout sessions. Okay, let's hit that on. So just getting warmed up then, ready to take on the overhead press, a lift that I've really been trying to push and push and push. Right, 12 reps. We got 10 last time. I get the 12. Keep the bar close. Keep the bar back. So I haven't posted any workout videos for a little bit of time, mainly due to the fact I've had to take a bit of a forced layoff because of getting some sort of really bad fatigue thing going on. It may have been due to a virus or possibly just down to burning myself out, perhaps not getting enough sleep. I think sleep and nutrition are massively important if you're training as a natural lifter. And I've tried to get the nutrition right, but certainly the sleep has not been right by any stretch. Smash this. Nearly. Oh God, that was so close. Oh. I got the 11 and the 12 was nearly there. Oh, I'm pleased with that. That's good progress. Okay, that was a great effort there, especially seeing as just the other day I was training quite low weight but high reps, so muscles are still a bit fatigued from that. Moving on to the trap bar press now. So on that last rep of that last set, the bench shifted and threw me off a bit, but I just couldn't get the lock out. So last time I got 9 reps in this, so let's see if I can redeem that. I can get 12.
Yeah, so the fatigue really knocked me for 6. And I just had to literally stop doing everything just to have the stamina, just to even make it to do my day job really. But thankfully tried a training session the other day and that seemed to be going okay, so I think I'm on the rebound now from that.
Yeah, that's another rep. That's still another rep. 10 reps. Just inching forward now with some of these weights. That's really good. Move on to rows.
So I've been doing a lot of studying into my training since the start of the year, where I switched to a heavy, light and medium system. So for the most part it's been going really well. I've been
making some good progress really on all three aspects. I think the light workouts have definitely been helpful, although they've been a bit sporadic really. I've been sort of fluctuating between a light dumbbell system workout as proposed by Professor Attila Eugene Sandow, and I've been really getting to grips with that.
Really loving this rowing exercise, but I enjoy the difference of turning round and doing it from the front position as well. I think it really activates the lats a lot more. I think this is more perhaps for the just general back strength, but it's good. Getting to some good weights now on this. Pulley system's holding up really well, which is always a bonus. I just love the flexibility of these handles and the big grips on them as well.
Yeah, so light workout's certainly working. This is obviously the medium workout that you're watching now, which is pretty much how I started with the training for the first 3 months, was just following a solid medium routine, but I didn't really deviate from. And then the heavy workouts have certainly been good, but they've been very taxing at the same time, which I think may have led to me sort of overtraining or building up a cumulative amount of fatigue, I suppose, in the background. But to be fair, at the end of the first 3 months of my training, I was hitting a lot of plateaus, and then the heavy, light and medium system enabled me to break those plateaus quite well.
I was pushing it a bit there. Okay, we're on to the dumbbell press now. Tried this weight on this last workout and only managed to get 10 reps, although it is a new weight. So we're aiming for the 12. Let's try and do it.
So I analysed my lifts over, well, the period really of between the 1st of January and then the 24th of May. And this dumbbell bench press has gone up by 3.5 kilos in that time on each dumbbell. My overhead press has gone up by 6.25 kilos on the bar. My flat bench press at 5 reps has gone up as well by 6.25 kilos. The rows that you've just seen have gone up as well by 6.25 kilos. My clean and press has gone up by 6 kilos, and my belt squat has gone up as well in weight, and I've managed to keep the reps continuous rather than pausing.
We get 12. That's 11. Still one more rep than before. I'll take that all day long, especially with achieving extra reps on the previous lifts so far. The fatigue's starting to kick in now on the upper body. So we're going to move on to the lower body shortly. But first, we'll do some trap bar bench presses. Okay, new weight on these. Let's try for 12 reps.
I've also compared my measurements as well, and yep, certainly made some gains there since the start of January. I've only gained about an 1/8 of an inch on my waist, but I've actually gained 1.5 inches on the hips. My forearms have gone up by 6/8 of an inch in the fully straight position. My arms haven't really grown that much. I've only gained about 2/8 of an inch there. However, all these measurements were taken as well when I'd not been training for a week, so there's zero pump in me, so there could have been a bit more there possibly.
That's 12 with actually 5 pounds added to the bar. Getting some good strength gains there.
Yeah, so my neck had also gone up by 1/2 inch when I flexed it, And I suppose one of the biggest gains really was in my chest. I've actually gained 1 6/8 on my chest, and also thighs as well have gone up by 1 inch, and my calves have gone up by about 1/8 of an inch. So calves are typically very difficult to grow, especially for someone like me who's very tall. They're always going to be a weak point. But actually then comparing those body measurements to the ideals promoted by John McCallum of famous sort of competition winning bodybuilders, I was very interested to see how my measurements actually are stacking up now as a percentage of the genetic potential I could get.
I got that on the just over the pins then, but I don't really know if that last rep counts. Couldn't quite feel the tricep locking out. I think doing a lot of dips and things in the last workouts really had a bit of a lasting punishment on the tricepticons. But it's more weight and more reps than last time, so things can only go up from there. I just love this exercise, how it just doesn't put your shoulder in any sort of strange position. It just feels totally natural, and it's just pure brute force of everything you've got, upper body, just to push it up. Brilliant exercise. Quick set of 21s.
So going off my wrist measurement for my bone structure, my chest is actually 99% of where it would be in an ideal state for my bone structure. My arms are 87%, forearms are 93%, hips are 97%, and thighs are at 99.5%. So not doing too bad really compared to what the genetic potential is. So certainly I suppose the arms are the only thing, upper arms, the furthest away from the optimal. So I just need to gain maybe 1 inch or so there. I think it's really good to compare yourself to things that can actually just be measured scientifically, I suppose. In the Keys to Progress book by John McCallum, there's a brilliant section on measurements where that's all calculated as a percentage of the wrist size, then leads you to the chest size, and then everything else is a percentage of that.
So with those, I'm doing the first 2 sets of 7 as partials. Then I just repped it out, managed to get 8 reps for the full movements. So I'll probably see if I can get to 10 and then just up the weight a little bit. Oh, certainly gives a big burn on the biceps.
Yeah, so on to the belt squats. So yeah, I was really surprised to see that my thighs are actually more or less where they need to be. Personally, I don't think they look that great, but it's because, again, I've got really long legs. So I think if I was shorter in height, I would probably, of course, look a lot more bulkier and defined. So it's really difficult as a tall lifter to, I suppose, fill all of that mass out. But actually, with making these good measurements, I've not gained a huge amount of body fat, so that's really good as well. You know, and if I'm not allowed myself to get too bloated, I can still have visible abs. So that's really good, keeping the diet in control. I think a lot of that is just being a bit moderate really with carbohydrate intake. So I'm just mainly trying to push for the carbohydrates around when I have my workouts. and then just being a little bit more moderate with them at all other times. But I'll certainly quite happily get into things like brown rice, sweet potatoes, all that good stuff, plenty of vegetables. And my snack, I suppose, is Greek yogurt mixed with fruit, something like a kiwi fruit. That's really good. So I find it first thing in the morning and I'm waiting to get some proper breakfast, it just fills the spot. I just love these belt squats and being able to just really drive the legs hard without hurting my lower back. Although I feel like I need to now do some more perhaps leg specialisation and go for more calf work. Even though compared to the ideal measurements I've looked up, my calves are actually 100% of where they need to be. But it'd still be good to just try and push them a bit more.
That's 2 sets on the belt squat. Some more weight on it. So now I'm going to move on to the Zercher squats.
Yeah, I think a few videos back someone commented about getting into doing Zercher squats, and I thought, well, I really need to give that a try. And I'm slowly really learning to enjoy this exercise, just getting over the forearm pain from it, which isn't that excessive really, you're just conscious that it's there. And I think it also works the upper back to quite an extent as well, just maintaining that good back angle. But it's not causing me any knee problems or anything else, which is great, so it's definitely worth progressing just slowly but surely.
Just stick with 10s on those for now. Let's have a quick rest.
I think I'm going to start using some knee wraps around my forearms just to help with this as well. Just using towels and things to hold the bar just makes it all a bit too bulky to hold really. Not going for crazy amounts of weight here because my legs are already pre-fatigued from the belt squats.
Just having a shorter rest period, but just trying to do 10 reps. Digging into the forearms a bit, but 10 reps is just about long enough toleration. I'm just trying to keep my back straight as well. The exercise is great just for learning and training yourself to do that.
Yeah, so this is the last set of these now. I'd say the volume in this workout was probably a bit excessive really, but I just wanted to just get some practice in more than anything on these Zercher squats without needing to use any additional time on another day or anything to do that. I thought, well, I'll just chuck it in at the end. I've got the time to do it. And when I normally do normal back squats, which I'm not very good at, I've got a habit of trying to raise my butt too quickly, which then makes me lean forward too excessively, which then puts strain on my lower back. So you can't really do that with the Zercher squat because you'd end up just dropping the bar instead. So it's a great sort of learning tool for me.
Some mega sets of leg curls. Let's get a bit more hamstring action. I'm going to point the toes down rather than back. Makes the move a lot harder.
Yeah, another area I want to concentrate on is hamstring development now and getting a little bit more of that there. So yeah, there's absolutely not a lot of weight on this at all, but it's working really good, trying to point the feet down rather than upwards. It makes it so much harder. But of course, when those reps get difficult, it's trying to just use enough amount of foot movement just to get the lift complete.
So this is going for 30-second rest periods and doing hybrid reps with the toes pointed down to the point where I just can't lift the weight anymore. Then I'll move them up to complete the rep, come back down and work like that. Oh, it's brutal.
So I forgot how many sets of these, but
that's the end of the workout. Had some fun with the iron and not been overcome by it tonight. I certainly worked up a sweat, some of that leg work at the end there of that full body workout. Inching my way forward now on most of these lifts, adding at least a rep or even adding some weight and a rep just in the space of a week. So it's quite incredible really. This training journey has been going on now since probably early September last year, and I expect it to really plateau and stall, but still keep making progressive gains. I think splitting down to a heavy, light and medium has probably helped prolong things a little bit. Maybe time for a new program change up soon, but at the moment I'm liking this, so I'm going to just keep running it, but just adding in some more exercise variety, which I think is really important. And as well, try and keep up with some more top level coaching as well to make sure I'm on form with some of the lifts. But yeah, summer's here as well. It's great. It's a lot later at night tonight, but I'm still able to be out here and train and not immersed in darkness or freezing cold rain or ice or snow, so it's all good. But I think the sun is probably going to be the new sticking point on some of the workouts, because when it gets hot it's really difficult, especially with heavy sessions. Anyway, enough rambling. Hope your training's progressing well, and yeah, I think it's time to sign out. Keep training at 45.